Hello everyone. So this is Tulika Sengupta and you are listening Easy Audiobooks. So today I will be narrating The Ailing Planet, The Green Moment's Role, written by Nani Palkiwala. But before that, if you haven't liked, share and subscribed my video, please go and subscribe my video and hit the notification bell. You will get these contents regularly and I guess daily. So let's start the chapter. And before reading the chapter, we have something about the chapter. The following article was written by Nani Palkiwala and published in the Indian Express on 24th November 1994. The issue that he raised regarding the declining health of the earth continue to have relevance. One cannot recall any movement in the world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the Green Movement, which started nearly 25 years ago. In 1972, the world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand. Since then, the movement has not looked back. We have shifted one's hopes irrevocably from the mechanistic view to a holistic and ecological view of the world. It is a shift in human perceptions as revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus, who taught mankind in the 16th century that the earth and the other planets revolves around the sun. For the first time in human history, there is a growing worldwide consciousness that the earth itself is a living organism and enormous being of which we are parts. It has its own metabolic needs and vital processes which need to be respected and preserved. The earth's vital signs reveals a patient in declining health. We have begun to realize our ethical obligations to be good stewards of the planet and responsible trustees of the legacy to future generations. The concept of sustainable development was popularized in 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and Development. In its report, it defined the idea as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. That is, without stripping the natural world of resources future generations would need. In the zoo at Lusaka, Zambia, there is a cage where the notice reads the world's most dangerous animal. Inside the cage, there is no animal but a mirror where you see yourself. Thanks to the effort of a number of agencies in different countries, a new awareness has now dawned upon the most dangerous animal in the world. He has realized the wisdom of shifting from a system based on domination to one based on partnership. Scientists have catalogued about 1.4 million living species with which mankind shares the earth. Estimates vary widely as regards the still uncatalogued living species. Biologists reckon that about 3 to 100 million other living species still languish unnamed in ignominious darkness. One of the early international commissions which dealt entered here with the question of ecology and environment was the Prantha Commission, which had a distinguished Indian as one of its members, Mr. L.K. Jha. The first Brandt's report raised the question: are we to leave our successors a scorched planet of advancing deserts, improvised landscapes, and ailing environment? Mr. Lester R. Brown, in his thoughtful book, The Global Economic Prospect, points out that the Earth's principal biological system are four: fisheries, forests, grasslands, and croplands, and they form the foundation of the global economic system. In addition to supplying our food, These four systems provide virtually all the raw materials for industries except mineral and petroleum derived synthesis. In large areas of the world, human claims on these systems are reaching an unsustainable level, a point where their productivity is being impaired. When this happens, fisheries collapse, forests disappear, grasslands are converted into barren wastelands, and croplands deteriorate. In a protein conscious and protein hunger world, overfishing is common every day. In poor countries, local forests are being decimated in order to produce firewood for cooking. In some places, firewood has become so expensive that what goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside it. Since the tropical forest is, in the words of Dr. Myers, the powerhouse of evolution, several species of life face extinctions as a result of destruction. It has been well said that forest precedes mankind, deserts follow. The world's ancient patrimony of tropical forest is now eroding at the rate of 40 to 50 million acres a year, and the growing use of dung for burning derives the soil of an important natural fertilizer. The World Bank estimates that a five-fold increase in the rate of forest planting is needed to cope with the expected fuel wood demand in the year 2000. James Speth, the president of the World Resources Institute, said the other day, "We were saying that we are losing the forest at an acre a second, but it is much closer to an acre and a half to a second." Article 48A of the Constitution of India provides that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. But what causes endless anguish is the fact that laws are never respected nor enforced in India. For instance, the Constitution says that casteism, untouchability, and bonded labours shall be abolished, but they flourish seamlessly even after 44 years of the operation of the Constitution. A recent report of our Parliament's Estimate Committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion of India's forest over the last 4 decades. India, according to reliable data, is losing its forest at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. Large areas officially designated as forest land are already virtually treeless. The actual loss of the forest is estimated to be about 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. A 3 year study using satellite and aerial photography conducted by United Nations warns that the environment has deteriorated so badly that it is critical in many of the 88 countries investigated. There can be no doubt that the growth of world population is one of the strongest factors distorting the future of human society. It took mankind more than a million years to reach the first billion. That was the world population around the year 1800. By the year 1900, a second billion was added, and the 20th century has added another 3.7 billion. The present world population is estimated at 5.7 billion. Every 4 days, the world population increases by 1 million. Fertility falls as income rise, education spread, and health improves. Thus, development is the best contraceptive. But development itself may not be possible if the present increase in numbers continues. The rich get richer, and the poor beget children, which condemn them to remain poor. More children does not mean more workers, merely more people without work. It is not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle. and compulsory sterilized. But there is no alternative to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. The choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of poverty. The population of India is estimated to be 920 million today, more than the entire population of Africa and South America put together. No one familiar with the conditions in India would doubt that the hope of the people would die in their hunger hutments unless population control is given topmost priority. For the first time in Indian history, we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of the people but of the planet. We have begun to take a holistic view of the very basis of our existence. The environmental problem does not necessarily signal our demise, it is our passport for the future. The emerging new world vision has urged in the era of responsibility. It is a holistic view, an ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a dissociated collection of parts. Industry has a most crucial role to play in this new era of responsibility. What a transformation would be effected if more businessmen shared the view of the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Bullard, who 5 years ago declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. He said, our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performances. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher during the year of her prime ministership, none has passed so decisively into the current coin of English usage as her felicitous words. No generation has a freehold on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy with a full repairing lease. In the words of Mr. Lester Brown, we have not inherited this earth from our forefathers, we have borrowed it from our children. So, this was all about the ailing planet, the green moment's role. So, this planet is all about the condition of our earth and the pollution and population increase. At the same time, it concerns with the problem of development and poverty and unemployment and each and every problems that we face that we are facing today and that our children have to face tomorrow because of our mistakes, because we didn't opt to choose the sustainable kind of development. There are many things that we are doing wrong. We are not planting trees. We don't plant trees. We just cut them off. We just use trees or fuel woods for our purposes, but we don't think about the animals for whom forest is their home, and we don't even care or bother about any other animals as well. So that is very problematic, and that problems are being dealt in this chapter. If we say in a short form that what is gist of this chapter, the gist of this chapter is that our earth is facing problems. Our earth is being like a patient that is going to die soon because of our mistakes, because of our problems or the problems that we have created towards earth for earth. So, the gist of the chapter is, you can say, the problems that we are dealing and the problems that we are going to leave for our children's. The poverty as a problem, unemployment as a problem, and then what we call that? Population, more and more population as a problem. So, these are the things that are being dealt in this chapter. Hope you like my narration and the way I just gave you the gist of this chapter. So if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. At the same time, don't forget to hit the bell icon. That's all for today. Thank you very much. I'll be uploading other videos next days. Thank you.